Hey there, Capricorn. Welcome to the flow. I am as Mari, and if you are new here, this is a space where we sow together, we grow together, and we move together on purpose with the sole intention of becoming the best version of ourselves. So, this is going to be a soulversation for the collective of Capricorn. That means if you have Capricorn as your sun, moon, rising, Venus, Jupiter, or if you have a Capricorn stellium, meaning you may have, more than two planets in Capricorn on or in your birth chart. You can feel free to check out your birth chart. It's free on Google if you're not sure about that energy. But yeah, without further ado, let's check out what's going on for you and what your soul wants you to know for this particular soulversation. Please keep in mind that all of these soulversations are timeless. And so whenever you catch this is whenever you're meant to catch it and when it's supposed to apply the most in your life. If it doesn't fit, don't you worry, Capricorn. You can feel free to check out the other zodiac sign readings that I've uploaded on the channel. Yeah, that's about it. Going into like the meditative energies that I, tapped into right before getting into your reading, I heard the words distraction, and not distraction, but destruction, like destruct, like DESTRUCTION, distraction type of thing. And so I feel like with that you're probably going through, well, not probably, I feel it very strongly because what I felt with that energy coming through was that you were having to deal with like energies that were purposely coming through to not only distract you, like DISTRACT, but destruct, like with the intentions of destructing something that you're trying to work on. So take that as it, resonates and how it applies to your own situation, because you know best, you know your situation best. I also felt this energy of like, you're just trying to navigate, for some of you, some kind of Seven of Cups-ish energy where, people in your life are not understanding or can't seem to understand your evolution and your growth, and so they're trying to pin that on some sort of like mental health issue. And so, for example, if you're just trying to keep to yourself and focus on your craft, becoming a master of your craft, they know that that's what you're trying to do, but what they're trying to put it across as is like, oh, we're concerned about your mental health, you look depressed, why are you staying away from us? But the thing is that, that for the Capricorns I'm tapping into, it's like, not only are you considerate of other people, but you realize that there is no point in having that conversation with such people because you know how it's gonna go. It's gonna go south. Because when people are bent on misunderstanding you, they will try anything to make it seem like it's you with the problem, and they're the ones who have the best interest towards you. You know what I mean? So yeah, I think that's pretty clear with regards to the background energies that I was picking up on. So for a lot of you, you may be dealing with a mother figure or a matriarch. So maybe this type of energy is coming from your mother or a grandmother, who really just sees the truth that you are evolving, that you are on a path where you know your inherent truth. You are on a path where you are have gone through the depths of the darkness of your soul, and you have come to a stage where you are rebirthing yourself and you are becoming, the version of yourself that you've always wanted to be, And for a lot of people, that's really disturbing because they haven't been able to do that for themselves. And so some people will end up doing things, crazy things, in the name of like, oh, I'm worried about you. But really, what is going on is that they have unrest within themselves, and so they're trying to kind of like energetically dump their trash on you, which really you're not about that life. You're not going to tolerate that, and you haven't been. So this is that energy that I was talking about, like you're ghosting people to invest in yourself, and they know that you're doing that. So they're doing everything that they can to kind of, shield the truth from coming out, because at the end of the day, you're dealing with people who care a lot about their public image. um, dare I say, you may be dealing with, some narcissistic type of energies. And so, they're doing whatever they can to kind of, make it look like they are invested in you. So there may be this like mother figure who's like, oh, I'm taking care of my child and I'm so worried about their well-being, but really they're not. And it's sad to say that coming from a mother type of energy, but in my own life experience, nothing like that surprises me, because the things I've gone through with my own maternal energies, ain't nothing new here. So for a lot of you also, you may have had to deal with a lot of burdens in your life, because these people are putting up a front that they are supporting you and that they're investing in you, making you look some type of way. But really, I think what you're choosing to do is to kind of mirror their energy, except for the positive side. And so you're choosing to invest in yourself, even if that means, closing yourself up in a room and doing what you need to do, for your own sanity, for your own life, because these people have gone to great lengths to do crazy things. I'm not going to dive deeper into that energy because it's a lot. Yeah, it's a lot, where people have gone to the lengths of, they know exactly what you're doing and exactly what you want to do, and they've seen what you're willing to sacrifice, for your dreams, what you're willing to do. Because Capricorn, I keep saying this to you in like all of the Soulversations we've had, you guys are the hardest working zodiac sign energy in the entire zodiac. So whether you have Capricorn as your sun, moon, rising, Venus, Jupiter, or if you have a stellium in Capricorn, that's who you are. Like, or even if you have a north node in Capricorn, also for a lot of you, I feel like that's why that mother energy is coming out, because in your past life with your south node, you may have been, your north node may have been Cancer, which meant your destiny was within the home. And now, because you have reincarnated into this new time space moment, the people that you have reincarnated with and that you chose to experience this life journey with, so that you could awaken to your highest self and your divine, life force's will, they are shook and they are playing their role exactly as it is, because you chose to play in this role of going for your highest will, and they chose the role of playing your antagonists. So if you ask me, everybody is playing their part, but it doesn't mean that it's okay, like what they're doing, if that makes any sense. Like, everything is in divine order, but it doesn't mean that what they've chosen is okay. Because I spoke about this in, I think it was my podcast labeled Real Recognizes Real, where you'll be able to tell who the people who are of God or people who are of the highest love and light are, because they don't go out of their way to put other people down. I feel like you are in these people's lives to show them that the only competition you have is yourself. You're not in competition with them. You have no need to put other people down because all you're focused on is like literally I just see somebody with their head down just focused on their work, and there's like chaos around them, you know. And this is like created chaos, like chaos that's happening on purpose to try and distract you and destruct, you know, whatever you're trying to work on. But there's nothing that can stop you at all. And I keep saying this as well, you know, people get shook when I mention death, but it's true. I'm feeling this type of energy that even if they were to go as far as to kill you, I know because I've had to go through situations where people denied me food and water. Like, I'm currently, let me just go ahead and share it. I'm currently going through an experience where I am being denied all of my basic needs for the sole reason of control, for the sole reason of corrupted power structures trying to exert their willpower on me. But the thing is, and this is something that I'm happy to share with you, is that the fact that I'm still here and I'm still alive and I'm choosing to use what I have, you know, no matter what they do, because like they've put me through torture. They have literally, you know, done things like, you know, that kind of thing that the CIA does, like when they're interrogating people, where they put like really loud music out, like right outside your door, like where you can't even think, because they know that if they disrupt your thoughts, then they can disrupt your process. You see what I mean? I've had to go without water. I've been surviving on drinking tap water. I've been eating bread for the past 2 months, and not every single day. Sometimes the bread doesn't come, but I trust in divine. I trust in the universe because everything always happens for a reason, and I feel like this is building me. If anything, I'm choosing to look at this in the positive. And yes, is it sad sometimes to see that some people would go to such lengths? Yes, but it's also very empowering because it shows me how much power I have and how threatening I seem to come across as to these so-called antagonists or people who feel like they need to protect their corrupt power structures. And so this is you taking charge of your world, taking charge of your evolution. I feel like it's also the universe giving you that push forward, you know, that you need, that you require, because you're dealing with these energies again that I said are in this competitive space. Like for some reason, there's like, I feel like there's this energy that feels like they really need to show you, you know, that they're in competition with you, which is so hilarious because Capricorn, like, again, you guys are the sign who know that like the only competition you have is yourself. You know, you're only trying to better yourself. You're not trying to one up anybody. In fact, if anything, you may be that energy who helps other people become the best version of themselves in whatever way, shape, or form that you do it, you know. And so I feel like, you know, there may be this type of energy where like they don't understand how you can be so giving despite all of the chaos that they're trying to, you know, perpetuate in your world. Yeah, but it's sad. It's really sad. But I feel like it's beautiful at the same time because, you know, you realize that you've been heartbroken being that giving person, and so you're choosing to stop giving to the people who you know are purposefully going out of their way to cause drama in your life unnecessarily, right? And just choosing to trust God, choosing to trust in that space that um, whenever you, whatever words you put out and whatever prayers you put out, God is always, God, source, universe, whatever you call, you know, the omnipotence, omnipresence, omniscience, will always grant your wishes if you just keep on doing what you love and keep on praying and intending and treating yourself. If you, for those of you who are into scientific prayer, doing that type of stuff. For a very small version of you as well, this may be coming up with regards to your relationships. There may be a mother energy that may have come in between a type of relationship that you may have wanted to have, and it kind of caused some sort of inner conflict within you, because you're not used to situations where you give what you get in relationships, and you finally came across somebody who actually does that, but that you kind of messed it up, and so you're like in this inner conflict, like, okay, what do I do? But like, I really want this person in my life, and so you are choosing to, after going within and consulting your spirit guides and just your inner guidance system, that that like time is of the essence and you should just go for what you want. So take that where it resonates and leave what doesn't resonate. Here we are with you being intelligental. That's my new favorite word, because I feel like logic, yes, is a beautiful thing, but logic without using being in balance with your heart space is detrimental. And so, because you are choosing to be intelligental and using logic from the heart space, being in balance with your heart and your desires, you're able to speak up and you're able to be more blunt about the things that not only, I don't want to say worry you, but you want to be blunt about the things that are not right, the things that you don't deserve to be going through, the things that have the people, places, and things that have also taken you for granted and have placed illusions over your life, for no reason. As I spoke about earlier, these destructive type of energies. And so for a lot of you, because you have decided to be really open about those things, then that's how the illusions are now starting to fall apart. And for a lot of you, you may be getting some assistance from your soul tribe, from your friends, your soul circle, but for a lot of you, your soul circle is also seeing the fact that you're ready to fight for whatever it is that you set your heart upon, and that fight may have to constitute having healthy boundaries. So maybe some of your friends don't understand why, like, you don't go out anymore, why you're not as social anymore, why, you have certain boundaries, because also some of these people in your social circle, sorry to say it, have been part of that reason, where you feel like, because, you've gone through an evolution of sorts, the people that you used to be around don't really fit that, and a lot of you are also realizing that they have been the cause of the heartbreak, because they've been so used to taking from you and not giving to you, that you've had no choice but to have just boundaries, because you've been the overgiver in this type of scenario, and that they've taken you for granted and you're just over it. So whether this applies to people in your family, this applies to people in your friend circle, people at work also, I'm getting, you're just deciding to put up the boundaries that are necessary and put your head down and focus on yourself, because that's the only thing that you can control at the end of the day, and that's the only way for you to break through the illusions that they are constantly trying to put forward. So thank you so much for checking out this Soulversation Capricorn. I hope it helped you. Feel free to check out the rest of our love offerings right down in the description box. Until next time, Capricorn. Namaste.